3D audio is going to be a game changer in the world
of the
of
generation.
I'm pretty sure Tecmo Bowl has a speed run. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this week's Most Elite podcast. And as I promised in the last episode, this episode we're doing E3 2021. It's a list episode. And I haven't done this in a while. I missed the list episodes. I really like them because it just gives me a whole bunch of stuff to talk about at once instead of like deep diving. The deep dive episodes I really enjoy. Some of my favorite ones that I've ever done are those. But sometimes it's nice to just have a couple of different topics to bounce around from. Gets the juices flowing. We're doing the list episode because I promised we would. And E3 was weird this year, huh? Oh, also, I don't have a game. This is just black screen. I haven't done a black screen episode in a long time. This won't be a black screen episode. I'll probably play something. It doesn't matter what. I'll probably play Apex. And I'll record some Apex, me getting beat in pubbies, just to talk over this. You know what I mean? But let's get into E3, huh? Let's get into some games. What did you guys think of E3 this year? I know your favorite channel's probably already covered it. It's my turn to cover it. It's round robin style here. It's family hot pot here. Everybody eats at once, and then the other person eats who was in their room and they slept through it. That was kind of me. Like, you know, I don't really travel so much during the holidays. My old man, he asked me to go places. My dad, for other people who don't know what that means, he'll ask me to go to a family something with him because he's getting old and like he doesn't like to drive so much by himself. And like I can't drive, but I'm just the safety net. You know, if God forbid something happens on the road, I can take the wheel, you know, and pull us over. But yeah, so I go with him, you know. And like at family functions, I don't really do anything. You know, I rarely even eat, to be honest. I'll take a plate home, but I don't really eat there. And it's not like nothing against the family. I just don't have. I'm like I eat prior because like sometimes I'll just forget we're going, and I'm like man, I probably shouldn't have ate before I came here. I still talk to people, but I don't know. And now with the T virus, I'm grateful in a way. Because now I don't have to go to anything. And I can just be like, yeah, I'm not going to that. You got it, you know? So that's pretty cool. I guess that makes me an introvert, huh? I don't know. I never really thought about it so much. Don't really care. E3 2021. E3 2021. Just like last year, it was online. We have it online. You know, it was kind of cool. It was kind of an extravagant. I like the online stuff. And I'm also grateful for that as well. You know, with the T-Virus outside, like, remember last year we had the DC Fandom event and they announced the Batman and the Suicide Squad game and all that. We're getting that again this year. Another convention, a DC convention that everybody can go to for free. Like, I think that, I'm really grateful for that sort of stuff. That's really amazing. I love entertainment, as everybody who watches my channel with any regularity knows. So I'm excited and happy that we're getting more things that we can all watch in a way together because we're all online. It's tons of stream. Like if you turn on the E3 2021 Twitch, it was like 100,000 people in that Twitch just in the chat talking, and that's 100,000 people you would never meet any other way, right? Like, and you get to talk about what you're seeing as it's happening with other people. That's really cool. So I'm grateful for the T-Virus in that aspect as well. Let's read off this list. Let's get the list popping. It's a huge list. I'm not reading them all off. We're going to pick out the standouts to me. A Plague Tale Requiem. Now, this was interesting to me because I've never played the first one. It is on sale right now. Steam is having their coveted summer sale where they discount everything to like, the prices are crazy. And I think a Plague Tale's like $10. I'll probably buy it. Will I play it? It's another question. But this one stood out to me because I heard A Plague Tale was amazing. I heard it was one of the best stealth games ever. And it went years without a peep. Like, as quiet as a church mouse, which is funny because mice are the enemies in the game. Some of the enemies. And the trailer opens of a wave of mice just sweeping through this area. And I'm like, what the hell is this game? And it's fucking a sequel. It ain't even mention a sequel. So that was really cool, and it caught me by surprise, which is why I really liked the trailer. It gave me Baldur's Gate 3 vibes. The trailer was so well rendered, and like it felt like a Baldur's Gate 3 sort of thing with the enemy sweeping through, like a disease sweeping through the town and turning everybody. That's what it reminded me of. Back 4 Blood. Okay, so Back for Blood is made by the old devs of Turtle Rock Studios who famously made Left 4 Dead. Valve cannot count to 3, so we never ever got a Left 4 Dead 3. This is it. This is Left 4 Dead 3. Back for Blood, I mean, if you just go and look at it, it's Left 4 Dead. There's no other way to put it. And now I'm super excited for that because finally, now, me and my friends can play an updated Left 4 Dead with new mechanics, new enemies, new weapons, and of course, new monsters. So that I've been excited for that since I know the open alpha there was sign-ups I didn't get in, or closed alpha I didn't get in, but boy does it look fun, and I'm excited to play Back 4 Blood. And when it comes out, I'll probably just call it Left 4 Dead 3. It'll just be Left 4 Dead 3 to me because that's what it is. Platinum Games showed off Babylon's Fall. It's a live service action game, so you know what that means, boys. Hold your breath on that one. At this point, after being burned so many times by live service games, I can't believe in them. Even if a trusted developer like Platinum Games is one of the best developers on the planet, bar none. I mean, don't even at me at that. You can't at me, actually, because it's an accurate statement. Platinum Games is one of the best game developers on Earth. And even these guys could fuck it up. So I can't believe in live service games anymore. So, we'll see what happens when it comes out. It's coming to Steam. We don't have a release date yet. So, moving on. Dark Pictures Anthology, The House of Ashes. Now, I love the Dark Pictures Anthology games. Until Dawn's one of my favorite games. And it's one of my favorite games because it really is just a story that you interact with. And I think those games are really cool. That's King's Quest, That's fucking Space Quest. They're a story taking place that you interact with. And I think those games have a lot of potential, and the storytelling there it's always been phenomenal. And also another reason I like it is because a good friend of mine, my stream studio producer, my in-house producer, she has a bet with me that if she can make more than 2 characters survive the end of one of these games, we'll watch a movie I don't want to watch. And it can be any movie. The last movie was Hocus Pocus. Fuck Hocus Pocus. And I don't like that movie. For anybody out there, you watch it every year as your Halloween tradition, that's fine. Love your movie. Love what you love. I dropped my thing. Love what you love, but I don't like that movie. I think it's terrible. Like, what the hell is that movie about? Some virgin lights a candle and 3 witches haunt him? Or because they don't do a really good job of haunting him. They don't do a good job of killing him. They didn't do a good job of killing the last kid who's like a cat the whole movie. Why didn't they kill that guy? He's still alive. Those witches suck. Are you kidding me? So yeah, no, that movie sucks. And it is being remade or it's getting a sequel. One or the other. I think it's Hocus Pocus 2. I'm not going to watch that either. Fuck that movie. So it's fun that we have a bet going that if she can make more than 2 people survive. She has not in Until Dawn at all. She hasn't done it in Man of Medan. I have the third one, Little Hope. We haven't played it yet, but when we get around to it, we'll see if she does it. If she doesn't, I guess I'm watching a terrible movie. So Dark Pictures Anthology, House of Ashes. This one is different from all the other ones. Well, kind of not different from Until Dawn. It's different from the last 2 because it features real monsters. The last 2, spoiler alert, there are no monsters in Man of Medan or Little Hope. If you haven't played them both and you're expecting monsters, there are no monsters. Just letting you know. But this one features fucking cave monsters. And it takes place during 2003. You already knew what was happening there. The Afghanistan war. And the soldiers somehow find themselves in the Sumerian temple underground. And they're goddamn monsters. So that's one to look out for me. I'm super excited for that. Diablo 2, Resurrected. I have the original Diablo 2. The original Diablo 2 is responsible for pretty much every ARPG I love. Path of Exile, Diablo 3, fucking Lost Ark in a sense. Anything Diablo 2 created. Diablo created the genre of ARPG, right? Which is fine. But Diablo 2 expanded on that and made it more accessible and made it, and like everyone, it asks any RPG developer, like, well, what inspired you to do this? They're going to be like, Diablo. Like, it's just not possible to play an ARPG, Last Epoch, it's not possible to play an RPG game and not think of Diablo, specifically Diablo 2. Because it just made it. It made you believe that you could do it too. And a lot of these developers went out there and did it. And so Diablo 2 Resurrected is coming. It comes out September 23rd. It is a complete remake of the old game. It has the exact same systems and characters, same inventory space, same stash space, which is kind of a bummer, but the stash is a shared stash among all your heroes. And that's new from the old one. So that's pretty cool. I'm really, really, really excited. I'm a huge Diablo fan. I love Diablo 3. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I still have not gotten the Cosmic Wings. They are my Jean Valjean, and one day I shall defeat them. Moving on, we have Elden Ring. Now, this game made a huge splash 20,000 years ago when it was announced. At least it feels like it was announced that long ago. Elden Ring is coming from Miyazaki, so you already know. We're talking Bloodborne. We're talking Sekiro. We're talking Dark Souls. It's the creator. And he was partnered up with George R. R. Martin of Game of Thrones fame. Well, A Song of Ice and Fire. Game of Thrones is a TV series, but the book series, A Song of. And he helped co-write the game. It's a new world. It's not in the Dark Souls universe that I know of. I don't even think it's a Dark Souls. I don't think it's related to Dark Souls or Sekiro. It is its own new thing. And it's co-written by George R. R. Martin. And we got our first gameplay trailer. Boy, was it fantastic, huh? It looks amazing. It looks amazing. And I can't wait to play it. It looks really fun. Now, everybody knows I'm not a really big Souls guy. My favorite Souls game is Bloodborne because I like the speed of it. This game looks to match it. In Sekiro because they're fast. But Sekiro is one of those games you can only play one way. Like Bloodborne and Dark Souls, you can play them any way you want. All melee, all magic, spear, bow, no armor. Sekiro, you have to play one way. And that's where it fails in comparison to the other Souls games. But it's still a fantastic experience if you haven't. I've actually done a podcast on it. Go look at it if you like, if that interests you. Moving on, what did we get? Endless Dungeon. So Endless Dungeon was showed off last year during the Jeff Kylie show. I don't remember which show he was doing. Maybe it was E3 last year. And it had this cool cinematic trailer with this beautiful song. This year, it's back with gameplay. We still don't have a release date. But it's an isometric roguelike. And anybody who knows me knows that I've already bought the game. As far as I'm getting, put the words roguelike and isometric, which is top down like Diablo, you have my money. You know, it doesn't even matter. And it doesn't hurt that this game looks really fun. It's 4 players, and all the heroes have different powers. And if you play by yourself, you have to manage each hero's power to keep yourself alive because apparently playing it solo is not smart. So that'll be fun for me who likes to do things solo. Evil Dead, the game. Bruce Campbell. I'm pretty sure all the actors have returned from the movies and the show to voice their characters in the game. And it looks like Dead by Daylight, but not, because it looks more like, you know what? It looks more like Left 4 Dead, but in the Evil Dead universe. And it's supposed to come out 2021 sometime. I'm buying it no matter what day it comes out. I'm buying it, and I'm buying it for my friends. They don't even got to spend their money on it. I will buy it for them, and we will play. And I get to be Ash. I'm Ash only. Well, maybe I'll be Evil Ash. Evil Ash is pretty cool from Army of Darkness. He was a cool character. He's bad to the bone. That was a good quote he did, bad to the bone. Whatever. I'm super excited for the Evil Dead. I love everything Evil Dead, even the 2013 movie, which wasn't, in my opinion, that very, very good. The movie was fine. They never made the other one because it was supposed to be a sequel, and I was hoping that character would meet Ash at some point. But then Bruce Campbell says he retired the character Ash, and he's coming back to Ash for the game, but I don't think we'll see him again. Bruce Campbell's like 63, so I don't think we'll see him again on screen, which is a bummer. But I understand it. You know, you can't play that character forever. You know, leave it to the video games or the comic books or whatever the case, or leave it to the youth, which is what they were going to do with the 2013 movie, and we never got the second one. So I don't know where that second one is. But the girl, she loses her hand at the end, which I guess opens up for the chainsaw arm if she gets one, or maybe some new cool. It's the future, so maybe some new cool arm. I don't know. But you know, what can we do? We didn't get it, so hopefully it comes out. I hope it does. I know it's been in development for a while, supposedly, so hopefully we get it. Far Cry 6. Giancarlo Esposito is the bad guy. That's all I need. And for those who don't know that name, it's Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, and it's Moff Gideon from The Mandalorian. He's the bad guy of the game, so I'm buying the game because he's awesome in everything he's in. And it's really cool to see him be in so much stuff. And he's always the bad guy. I guess he just has a bad guy presence, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not wrong with being typecast. Get your money. What are you talking about? You know, if you're typecast, take those roles, get that bread, and then when you have enough of it, do whatever you want. Make some indie movies. It doesn't even matter. You know. Oh, here's one that people were memeing. Final Fantasy Origin: Stranger of Paradise. This game is an origin to the Heroes of Light. And for those who know the Heroes of Light, I think they debuted in Final Fantasy 4, 3. Regardless, there are these Heroes of Light. They have incarnations every generation or whatever to help save the world if it needs it. And this one is like a origin story for them. The only thing I'm concerned about is Team Ninja is making it. And Team Ninja, they don't have that many good games under their belt. They have a few. But to me, they don't have like a AAA resume. And the game looks fun. The demo was really cool and interesting. It was on PS5 and PS4, I think. I think you can still download the demo, actually. I think it's available till July 9th or something like that. I think. Regardless, the demo is cool. The gameplay is cool. It's got a lot that they got to polish. It's supposed to come out 2022, so they got more than enough time to polish it. So I'm excited to play it. It's coming to PC, so that's another reason I'm really excited. I'm going to get it, and we're going to play it, and we're going to beat it. And we're going to get everything, because that's what we do. That's what we do here at the Most Elite Podcast. We get everything in every game. We don't achievement hunt. I think achievements are bullshit, and I've always thought that they were bullshit. Even with 360 and the PlayStation did their trophies, I don't care about those things. They always felt like tacked on things that I would do anyway. Like a trophy is like, get all the secrets. I always get all the secrets. That's not a trophy, because I was always going to do that. You know, I feel like they're to incentivize. I hate to say this, but they're to incentivize casual players to play that extra few hours to get pump those numbers up, you know. And I don't need that. I'm going to play the game. So I don't know. It was always weird. This is an honorary mention. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. It's an honorary mention because my friend Troy thinks it's a disgrace that the first 6 Final Fantasy games are coming back out again. They're going to be on Steam, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be on cell phones. They're Pixel remasters of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And it's like, why would I pay for this again? You know, I mean, I own these games. It felt like a weird announcement at the time. So yeah, I get it. I get it. Hideo Kojima has a new game. He didn't say what it is. It is not a Death Stranding sequel. He said it's not coming out for a long time. And I'm just glad it's not a Death Stranding sequel. I hate Death Stranding. I think it's terrible. I think it's god awful. But a lot of people love it. So there must be something there that I don't understand, or perhaps I don't want to understand. It was so boring, you know. I don't know. It let me down. It wasn't what I thought it would be. I thought it would be a game and not a walking simulator. So I don't know. Jurassic World Evolution 2. If you like park builders, I heard Jurassic World Evolution is amazing. I haven't played it, but I heard it's phenomenal. I heard it's like really, really, really good. Like really good. But I've never been like a simulation guy. I don't know anything about sim games really. I don't play The Sims. I don't play Black and White. I've never gotten to Civilization. I don't care about those games. It was never for me, you know. So for the fans of these sort of games, I'm sure this is a big announcement, and that's why I'm mentioning it here on the channel. Moving on, Lost Ark is coming to North America. Oh my god. It's a super huge popular game in South Korea. It's free to play. It's a slash and loot like Diablo. And boy oh boy, I can't wait to play the game. So it's coming to PC exclusively. There are beta signups. You can sign up for the beta, which I'm going to do at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. And yeah, I can't wait to play. I cannot wait to play Lost Ark. It looks super fun. I mean, I just like ARPGs. I don't know. Maybe I'm just biased. I don't know. That's probably what it is, huh? Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, or as we like to call it in my friend group, Final Fantasy 15, featuring the Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, you can't look at this game and say that it isn't like 100% Final Fantasy 15, like reused assets and all. And I don't care about reused assets. Some of my favorite games reuse assets. Resident Evil, all of them, even going back to the old ones, fucking reuse assets. It doesn't matter. But this game, it's Final Fantasy 15. It's copy and pasted. Like I mean, look, Final Fantasy 15's amazing, and it got the short end of the stick. It got fucked and never got to finish it, and it'll never finish, which is a bummer. So this might fill that void for the fans of 15 out there who wanted to keep playing. Because what I do know is Square Enix is not giving up on any Marvel property that they have. And if Square Enix is publishing it, I don't know who's developing it. So, if Square Enix is also developing it, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, I mean, you play Star-Lord. So, and the Guardians are your side characters. You can use their powers, combos. It's Final Fantasy 15. If anyone's played 15, you've played this game. Except it's the Marvel's Guardians. And they're comic accurate. So, yay. That looks fun, huh? Here's what I want from it. DLC. I want, even if you can't play with other characters, I want to switch my team around. Like, honestly, I just want a better looking, that's what the Avengers should have been. And what this game might be, it's Ultimate Alliance. I just want a cooler Ultimate Alliance, And this game could be that, probably. You never know. Who knows? Maybe you don't only play as Star-Lord. Maybe you can swap between the Guardians. I mean, if you can, sign me up. I'm playing the game. Look, I still play the Avengers. I don't give a fuck. So, of course I'll play this game. Why not? Even my hate for the Marvel Cinematic Universe notwithstanding, but this isn't a Marvel Cinematic Universe thing. While it was influenced by it, no doubt, because everything has been at this point, it's still a Marvel video game. And I'm going to buy it. I'm going to play it. And hopefully, I have a lot of fun. Microsoft Flight Simulator has DLC. That's an honorable mention because I want to fly really bad, and I gotta get the first one, but I don't want to play it unless I'm in VR because I feel like it was made to be experienced in VR. Outer Worlds 2. There is nothing known about this game, except that it's coming out. The trailer was really adorable. It like makes fun of like pre-orders, and it makes fun of slow motion shots and buying stuff before you know what it is, and that's cool. So hopefully, and the reason it's on Xbox is because as you know, Microsoft bought the company who makes it. Pardon me for yawning. Microsoft bought the company who makes it, and when they did that, I was like, oh fuck, if there is a sequel, which there should be, because Outer Worlds 1 is fantastic. I also did a podcast on that. It's going to be on Xbox, and here we are. But the cool thing about that is, whenever Microsoft releases anything, they also release it on PC. So I'll be having it on PC. I don't need to buy an Xbox to play it. Man. Psychonauts 2, one I've been waiting for a long, long time. It comes out this August. Really excited to play this game. Because Psychonauts 1 for the Xbox, it's one of my favorite games of all time. And it sticks in my memory. I still remember it all. So 2, cannot wait. And of course, it's going to be on Game Pass. Game Pass is probably the best thing that ever happened in gaming. I will say that for Xbox. Game Pass is the best thing ever. And again on PC, you can have it on PC. So I have Game Pass, and you can play all those games for free. Yeah, well, the subscription fee, but it's basically fucking free. Redfall, it's Left 4 Dead, but with vampires. And I don't want to say that that's what it is, but I feel like it is. It's a hero shooter. Each hero has powers from the trailer. There's no gameplay, but it's a cinematic trailer sort of showing off what you can do. It's definitely Left 4 Dead, but with fucking vampires instead of zombies. And that's awesome. Sign me up. I'll play that on the PC with the boys if they're interested in such a thing. I don't know. Maybe they won't be. Maybe they will be. Sifu is coming out, which is a martial arts beat 'em up game. It has like a cool time travel story or something. I have no idea what it is, but I do want to play it. Stalker 2 got announced. That's an honorable mention because Stalker 1's really fun, and 2 just looks like crazy. Like, it looks really crazy. Starfield got another announcement and an official teaser. And even from the trailer, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. It comes out November next year. So far, it may be pushed back. That's, subject to change. You know how that shit is. Tales of Arise, the next Tales game, which obviously everyone's buying. Tales, it's the 17th game in the Tales series. I've owned most of them. I love Tales. One of my favorite memories is hanging out with Most Elite Gaming and playing Tales of Abyss on PS2 and like showing him that you can like free run, like when I unlocked the run, and me being like, you see that? That's like one of my favorite memories because I just love Tales. It's just such a fun series, and I can't wait to play the new one. They always run as like a indie 2D platformer where you're like a bounty hunter, and what can you say? It looks fun. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm a little mixed about this one because it takes place right after her DLC in 2, which was, Dungeons and Dragons inspired. It takes place a couple of months after that where she has another campaign, and it's like another campaign of that. But I think it's new characters and I think it's new powers and stuff. It's not going to play like traditional Borderlands. They did make that very clear. So that's something, huh? Yeah? What do you think of that? Not traditional Borderlands? Vampire the Masquerade? Blood Hunt. It's a battle royale with vampires. I'm sure a lot of people are going to play it. Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song is a single player Vampire the Masquerade game, and it looks fun. So it's like a stealth game or something. So I don't know. It's coming to PC. Epic Game Store. It is what it is. Moving down the list here, Watch Dogs Legion Bloodline. So it's in alpha right now. It's Bloodline isn't. It comes on July 6th. But Watch Dogs has this zombie mode, whatever. That's in alpha right now, and that looks really fun. It's the whole map of the Watch Dogs game, and there's zombies and shit, and there's objectives. There's an alpha. You can download it on the Ubisoft store. I haven't gotten it. I don't really care to get it, but I do want to play Bloodline because you play as the original character, Aiden Pierce. So, so that's very fun. So we'll see what Aiden's been getting up to in this time period. Moving down the list here. Oh, these are mostly honorable mentions. Yeah, we got 12 Minutes, which is starring James McAvoy and Daisy Ridley. And it's like a time loop game where you're stuck in your apartment and you die at the end of it, and you're trying to find a way to break the loop. So if that interests you, please play it. It's not out yet. No idea when it's coming out. Yeah, most of these guys are... There's a Death Stranding director's cut. I don't care. I mean, imagine a director's cut of a game that Hideo Kojima had complete control over. How the hell what did he cut? Because that game's like 10 hours long. What did he cut? I shudder to think what he fucking cut from that game. World War Z Aftermath looked really fun. It's like a expansion or a sequel to the World War Z party game, which is really fun. Ali Ali World looked really fun. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else going on. Oh, Axiom Verge 2, before we get out of here. Axiom Verge 2 is coming out. For those who don't know, Axiom Verge is developed by Thomas Happ. He did it by himself. It took him 5 years. And it's one of my favorite Metroidvanias of all time. And I'm a little biased. I like Metroidvanias. I always give them a pass. So, whatever. What do I know, right? Anyway, that's E3 2021. I didn't do a super deep dive. I just mentioned ones that I really like. And it was a list episode, like I promised. I love the list episodes. I think they're fun. All right. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. If you do subscribe, hit that heart for me. And we'll see you next time with something else. See ya.